welcome. Keeping in mind the protests being No King's Day, across the United States and what it's about, I was thinking about how, from when I was a child, I would have a conversation with the divine about controlling people because I always felt like you have the power. I know what I'd do if I were you. Kind of program everybody to just behave. Even as a child, I would see adults and just think you can't behave better than that. So I would just wonder, God, why can't you? Why? And I'd ask my mom, why? Why doesn't God just make people? And she would time again say, free will, honey. It's free will. And I'm like, free will is overrated. And then I got older and I thought, okay, God, if you want free will, how about they can have orange juice or cranberry juice if they want? They can prefer Monet, over Rembrandt, or country over hip hop, whatever. But when it comes to hurting people, you draw the line. And the minute somebody thinks, or especially acts, there's some kind of immediate bam, that buzz the heck out of them. That's what I was thinking. Why not? But God, of course, knows more than me. The universe is much more intelligent than I. But I just propose to the Most High, time and again. If you could adjust my, suggestions, you have the last word, of course. But from what I see, people left to their own devices are really messing it up. They are. And I don't mean innocent learning curves and you make the wrong choice. I don't mean that. I'm not talking about anything that is part of life's, what do they call it, growing pains or errors in judgment. I'm not saying, yes, free will and all of that stuff. You make the wrong choice, you pay the consequences, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm talking about is the heinous acts, harming people, harming children, trying to control, trap, block people, that kind of thing. I just feel like there's no use for that whatsoever. None whatsoever. Taking away people's freedoms on a mass level, that should be really like not even possible. Forget it's wrong, let's correct it. I feel like let's make it impossible. That's just where I'm coming from. All due respect to the Most High, and God knows where I stand with God, you know. But I just had to let that be known that I do often just feel like, but then we have this No King's Day about taking away will and usurping people's individual authorities. And it makes me feel like when things like this happen, the Most High saying to me, do you see what I mean? Maybe a little bit of control. Where do you draw the line? And how will that affect things that you can't see? With your simple solution, perhaps there are intricacies and webs and things that would be affected that you can't see that far in advance. You don't have as big picture as, you think that you do. So I step back and I say, with that in mind and No King's Day in mind, and people wanting to abuse their power, leaders abusing their power. Let's see what Spirit says through the cards. Anything at all on this from any angle? Thank you. Okay. I'm surprised these two came out together, but we have Divine Masculine and Water. I'll read water first. Your capacity to feel deeply, connect with the unseen currents of the soul is a treasure that brings you closer to your higher self. And Divine Masculine. Embrace this energy by cultivating the courage to face challenges, the wisdom to see the truth, and the resilience to stand firm in your convictions. So I'm seeing this as in the divine masculine, finding a way to feel and connect on a deeper level of the soul, to reach your higher self while having the wisdom to see truth and the resilience to stand firm in your convictions. Now, is this from the side of the persons that, for instance, the protesters standing for justice and for freedom? Or is this a message for the masculine leader to connect to your emotions that may be driving you to be a tyrant? Perhaps. Let me get some more. Wow. I'll do this again. Too many came out. Thank you. Third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is the compass of your soul. Trust its nudges, for they are the cosmic breadcrumbs leading you toward your purpose. Again, connecting with your third eye or your soul. Spirit is having that as the main thread here, connecting to your soul. And Venus, I put this back, it came out with the flood of cards. Venus, your heart is filled with compassion and understanding. Embrace this emotional intelligence, for your heart is a beacon that radiates love into the world. Yes, the divine is imploring on the divine masculine, which for me represents the leaders, to open their heart chakra with compassion and understanding. Have a bit of emotional intelligence. A lot of, I think, people in leadership, their IQ may be high as far as in regard to textbook intelligence, studies, laws even. However, the emotional intelligence is very, very much lacking, or even thwarted, maybe by something that happened in childhood, unhealed. That's the word I'm looking for. A lot of unhealed egos are walking in leadership, and that is a problem. That is a problem. Okay, go over here. Let's see. Anything on this message at all? The leaders, the protesters, anyone usurping someone else's power, attempting to control. Thank you. Priestess of Lemuria. Nourishment, intimacy, rapture. Let's see what that has to do with it. The priestess of Lemuria extends her ethereal hand, welcoming you home and beckoning you into the embrace of belonging, to your soul's lineage, to your earthly vessel, and to the cosmic symphony. Journey with her beneath the ocean's surface, revealing the dancing light on the sandy seafloor and the shimmering waters above, which activate ancient light codes within your soul. Okay, let me skip ahead here. Embrace the truth that you are a vital thread in the fabric of creation, leading with your heart and frequency, intertwined with the destinies of all beings. Engage in reciprocity, the sacred dance of giving and receiving. Allow yourself to engage in this fluent exchange, replenishing and being replenished by the energies you share with the world. For me, this is saying, like, remember leaders, remember everyone, that we coexist with each other, we share energies with each other, and we affect each other's outcome, we affect each other's journeys. So having that compassion on a soul level could help with this whole abuse of power, um, taking away people's freedoms. And this could be on a macro level, or this, I'm speaking also on a micro level. Someone trying to corrupt you or take away your power as an individual as well. Or you, if you happen to be someone who feels like you need to bully someone or control someone, I'm especially speaking to you. And you may be too damaged to just simply open up your heart chakra and be compassionate. Maybe there's a situation where I pray to God, because I feel like there's some situations, as Tupac said, only God can help you now. There is a situation where I can't help you. Your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, they can't help you. If you are damaged beyond repair, only God can help. So I would ask that you, if you don't have even the will, the notion to pray for help, I ask God on your behalf to help you, because that is the only place that can remedy the situation. But if you are someone who has a bit of emotional intelligence within you and can be salvaged or can be swayed in any way, then I would ask you to think about your everyday decisions. You may be a boss who has watched other bosses. You trained with other, when I say boss, I mean management, for instance, or someone who has authority at work. And you may have learned along the way that this is how you keep people respecting you. I would ask you to be a leader. You don't have to follow what other people have done as authority figures. You could become a new leader that earns respect. You know what I mean? At work, people want to make the place more productive, or to flow better, or be more harmonious, or be more effective with what you do at work, because they respect who you are. You're not somebody that as soon as you walk out of the room, they can't wait to talk about you because they despise you. You become the beloved leader, someone who has earned their love and their respect. Let's get a few tarot cards. Ace of Wands. Yes, I'm going to cross it with another tarot deck. Two of Cups. Ace of Cups. This is beautiful line. I'll do one last one, and then I'll contrast. Okay, wow. Queen of Wands. And then we have the Three of Cups affecting this whole line. That's working together, perhaps celebrating together as a group. There, at the very least, Cups is love. So I'm taking this as a group loving each other, coming from a loving standpoint. So we have first the Ace of Wands, starting afresh, anew, with more inspiration. And why you're inspired, or what's inspiring, is a new way of connecting with others. You know, relating one to one, seeing in someone else yourself, that you affect them in the same ways that your life is affected. Ace of Cups is often my blessing from the divine. Yes, we are all blessings to each other, gifts by the divine. We're supposed to be a gift to one another. We act new, just like this Ace of Wands is a new, fresh, inspired start. This is our new start to love each other, to relate to each other spiritually and emotionally. Again, Ace is a new beginning. 2 aces here out of 4 cards. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Attracting this, walking amongst yourself. What does a Queen of Wands do? She attracts what she wants, what she desires. She's a magnet. So I'm feeling like you going about your business and attracting this when you're in public, especially, just assuming that you're going to bounce love back and forth off of everyone that you come in contact with. You're not going to bounce any negative energy. And yes, smiling helps, but also offering a helpful hand, letting people know you are there, you know, that you are not there to hurt or to harm or to bully, but you are only there to support. And if anybody's bullying them, you're there to, how can I say, lend, I meant to say lend a helping hand. Or there's what they say, power in numbers, so you won't stand by and just watch someone get bullied or taken advantage of. It's not a, that's your problem, deal with it. I'm going to help you figure this out. Okay. This doesn't have to just be like traditional corporate workspaces either. This could be any group setting, at home, family, communities, neighborhoods, friendship groups, Senate floor, anywhere where you're coming together with others. College campus, school. Okay. Can I get one for the Ace of Wands? For this inspired new start regarding this new way of being with each other. Show me. The Ace of Wands. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. So it's going to take some investing in this new inspired start. Investing your thoughts, your time, your energy into others instead of just what is going to help you along the way. You are investing your efforts in what's for the greater good as well. You're certainly not going to invest in anything that is going to harm others or take away anyone else's freedom or block anyone else's progress. Okay. And for the 2 of Cups, what do we have? Wow. It's 5 cards. Okay. What do we have for the 2 of... Yeah. Freedom. The new beginning. The Fool card. The freedom to connect. Feeling freer based off this new way of connecting with others. Seeing the possibilities in others. In the ways that you do influence other people's outcomes, their journeys, their experiences. And Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Okay. Strength. It's going to make us stronger to live this way, but I also see it as in love is our strength. That is our number one strength. Wow. We love each other in this way, and we make ourselves a stronger community, a stronger family, a stronger network, a stronger political body, a stronger nation, a stronger world. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Oh, Tower. Yeah. It's a crumbling down of structure. It's a sudden change, perhaps, but I'm taking it as in it's a whole shakeup in how you walk out and magnetize this kind of connection, this kind of energy, and promote this energy. Queen of Wands is very magical, also, creating a whole new world. This is a tower moment. It's a tower moment. You're definitely taking down anything that is inhibiting, prohibiting freedoms, um, any kind of bullying culture, any kind of restrictive culture. You're definitely taking that down and building up a more supportive, more loving, more free-flowing culture. I put the card back. I was going to show that beautiful Lemuria card that would represent that kind of feeling I'm talking about. But yeah, okay, Three of Cups, that culture. Oh, I just said the Magician, and at the bottom of this, the Magician. Because see, at the bottom of the first row, we had the Three of Cups, and at the bottom of this, for the second row, the bottom deck, is the Magician. Manifesting. That's what the Queen of Wands is doing. And this Tower bringing in allows for this manifested creation or this manifested world. The new earth. Keep coming back to that. All roads lead to the new earth. Okay. Let's get an angel card. Angel message for this. No King's Day, for this new earth, for being free. Happily loving one another. Connections. Your energy is aligning with others who walk in similar frequencies. Expect connections and encounters that feel expansive and mutually empowering. As that Queen of Wands, that's what I was saying. Just going about your daily life, expecting connections and encounters that feel expansive and mutually back and forth, empowering. Not I'm taking from you, I'm better than you, I want more than you. No, mutually loving and empowering each other. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And with that, I will see you in the next reading.